Aquarius, this is your October tarot reading. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's a good reading as well. Central card there, justice. That is probably actual justice. Could be a court case or something like that. I've got a feeling things are going in your favour. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I've got a feeling that it is. Could all this be about something from the past where you rushed into something? It's possible. Certainly in the past you were bold and you were brave, but I'm just a little worried you rushed into something. Now you're taking a rest, and I think it's a well-earned rest. I think you need it. In the future we have blessings, particularly blessings revolving around the family. Doesn't mean to say that everything in the world is perfect, but you and your family, if you can focus on that, then things are good for you. You have been through some things. It's been something of a journey. It's been something of a struggle. Maybe feeling like you're carrying the world on your shoulders, but you know an end is in sight. In fact, that's important, that you know an end is in sight. Because if you just focus on the struggle, and that is, I think it's struggle of dependence. You know, we've got that family card there. I mean, these things don't have to be about families, but, you know, did you rush into a relationship and get left with looking after children? That's the sort of energies I'm getting here. And if you just focus on that, and believe me, I think you're doing a good job, even though I think you don't think you understand that you are. But if you focus on that, you won't get to the outcome. And I think the outcome is a good outcome. And that's about you learning probably tried and tested ways of doing something. Probably something quite spiritual, even religious. So I do see it as a good reading, but I'm interested to get into what it's really all about, Aquarius, as I'm sure you are. Now, the overall energy of this reading is justice. And it's justice, not judgment. So, I mean, it could be an actual court case. It could be physical justice, as it were. I can't help but feeling, looking at the other cards, that maybe we're talking of a divorce here. And it doesn't have to be, you know, I might have got that completely wrong, but it's that sort of an energy. I'm also getting an energy off it that the adjudication will be fair, that you are largely blameless, but not entirely blameless. And therefore, I think the whole thing is somewhat about compromise. Somewhat about understanding that, you know, no decision is going to be completely in your favour. And accepting your own part in things. That's the feeling I'm getting off it. You know, I mean, it could go completely in your favour, it could go completely against you, but I don't get that view. I get that feeling that this is a sort of a middle ground one by where you have to accept some responsibility. But in doing so, you know, you can move on, and you certainly do that. Now, as I say, I don't think you've really done anything particularly wrong. You know, we throughout our lives there are times when we do need to resort to lawyers, maybe even resort to the courts, such as a divorce. You know, I'm not sure this is a divorce, but I think it might be about relationships, and I think you might have rushed into a relationship. I've just had a feeling, actually, that you rushed out of one more so than rushed in. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've just got that feeling that maybe it's more about ending a relationship that you now regret, and maybe they do as well. I don't know. Yeah, well, You are certainly brave, you're certainly bold, but yeah, you do things without fully thinking them through. And I think that's what's behind this justice and behind this month's reading. Now, whatever is going on, whatever's happened, it's tired you out. You know, if it is about relationships starting and breaking up and thinking about it all, it's certainly tired you out, and you're taking a well-earned rest. And I don't use those words lightly, you know. Rest is often the best thing you can do. Whether it be physical tension or mental tension, and I think there is mental tension here, I really do. And you do need to take things easy. I think to a certain degree you're trying to do too much. You're taking on board too many things, trying to be an angel to everyone, and it's exhausting you. So you do need a rest, and I think it's a very well-earned rest. Now, looking to the future, and I think it's this energy in particular which makes me think this isn't such a bad reading. It's what gives me the sort of positivity about this reading, and that is we have a card or an energy of multiple blessings. Multiple blessings. Particularly financial, probably. But there's a harmony, there's a great harmony in this, and it's a harmony within your family. So, you know, going back to this relationship, you know, that maybe you rushed into, it could mean that you restart that relationship, couldn't it? Or it could be that you just find somebody completely new, but there is a wonderful harmony here, our family harmony. It's not to say that there aren't dark forces outside of the family. You look at this rendering and there's those blimps in the sky which look to be military, you know, so, well, like right now we're all concerned, is there going to be war? Or bigger war than there already is, you know. And then there's that lady there who's reading the cards. Is she looking jealously at that couple? I don't know, but what I do get from this rendering is that you can be happy as this family unit, even though all around might not be so perfect. I did say you were tired, and you're tired because you're taking on burdens, maybe burdens you don't even need to take on, you know, but you're shouldering huge burdens, and that will tire you out. Is it all connected to this justice, this potential breakup of a relationship? It could be. Could be the burdens are burdens of, say, children, or burdens of dependence, certainly. But you can see an end to it. You can feel that you're getting close to a resolution of things. And of course the last energy was that happy families energy, which is the resolution. So you can definitely feel that there's a resolution. And that is extremely important, because that leads you to the outcome, which I think is a good outcome, whereas a very, very slightly different energy would change the outcome. We'll see what that is now. I say a very similar energy to the last energy would change the outcome. And that's an energy of you focusing on these dependents, focusing on these jobs that you've got to do, and being rushed, you would be tired. I think it's an energy of you doing a good job, but you probably don't feel you're doing a good job. You feel like you're rushing around having to do all these things and not seeing the bigger picture, and I think the bigger picture is critical to these happy endings. So it's sort of saying, well, stick your neck out and see beyond what these tasks are. See beyond what all these things are, and things will work out better. Maybe even because we've got that justice there, maybe you get bogged down in the justice system and you need to see beyond it. And the outcome is you turning to a sort of formal authority, and that's how I suggested it was in the introduction. And I downplayed what I normally say about this energy, and that is that it's a formal religion. But I think that's what it is. I think, you've got this potential legal issue, or at least a justice issue, let's put it that way. You're feeling like you're carrying the burdens of the world. You can see an ending, but you can't quite see where it is. And I think you turn to religion. You turn to religion to look for answers. You turn to religion to look for solace. And I've got the feeling that that's exactly the right thing to do. Now, it doesn't have to be religion. It could be spirituality, but it's formal. It's not you doing it by yourself. It's you looking to others to help you in terms of seeing your way through what's going on. Yeah. Well, we can summarise now. Aquarius, I'm almost certain that in the past you rushed into something that has caused something of a legal battle. It could well be to do with romance. It might even be a marriage and you're going through a divorce. I'm not entirely certain that it's rushing in or rushing out. I've just got this slight feeling that it could be that you broke up a relationship too quickly. I don't know. Certainly it's playing on your mind, and you're tired because you're carrying a huge burden, and you're tired physically and mentally, and the best thing you can do is take a rest, because if we're tired out as well, we just simply don't cope. And the thing is, you need to put your head above your immediate situation. Yes, you are carrying this huge burden. Yes, you probably do have dependents. So, if it's a breakup of a marriage, maybe you're looking after children. And you probably think you're doing a bad job, but I'm sure you're doing a good job. But you need to stick your neck above all of this. You need to look around you at broader things. And I think you do, because I think you're aware that this is a temporary situation and things will change. I think you know that, to be honest. And I think it's that leads you to religion. You seek solace, if you like, from others, from formal religious beliefs and practices. I mean, it could be spirituality, but you do seek solace. You have found it difficult, but you look to others, and you do find what you're looking for, and it's going to result in a very happy family relationship. Is this a new person that comes to you, or is this you getting back with what I see as having been a relationship that you rushed into and maybe was behind this legal issue? I think it's possible that you do get back with them. I mean, it could be entirely new. Of course, it might be just that you're happy with your dependence, but whatever it is, you're very happy, and the universe is blessing you for this happiness.